Mr. Charles Leatherby, Colonel.
Mr. Leatherby, isn't it?
It is?
Mr. Charles Leatherby?
Yes, that's right.
Somebody sent for you?
No.
And what are you doing here?
You know very well what I'm doing here, Colonel Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. You're the guy that came over here to tell me how to do my job.
No, that's not it at all.
You're a big wheel in the axle grease business. So naturally, you're a big wheel any place else you want to poke your nose into.
Colonel, if you'll be kind enough to let me explain my position
Also,
here.
you're a personal friend of Senator McDingle-Hoffer, and you've got a letter to the commanding general. You're going to get a little action around here. Stir them up a bit. Get them off their big fat behinds. Isn't that it?
Look,
Why don't you stay home where you belong?
because I've got a boy in trouble over here and I'm going to get him out of it. Do you understand that?
How? How are you going to get him out of it?
I have every right in the world to be here, Colonel. I'm a citizen and a taxpayer. A very big taxpayer, as a matter of
That's
fact.
not what I asked you. You said you're going to get your boy out of this trouble, and I want to know how. I'm very interested in that.
I warn you, Van Dyke, you've got no right to talk to me like this.
All right, then I'll change the question. How do you think you're going to help him by coming over here and making a bloody nuisance out of yourself? Anything that burns me, it's an amateur trying to tell a pro how to do his job.
I have no intention of telling you or anybody else over here how to do their jobs.
Oh, no, you're going to do it for me. You're going to buy the boy out of it. I heard all about that. In front of a dozen people, you tackled one of my men and tried to take the matter out of my hands. You're going to do it for yourself. Cash and carry. Send him some dough. Dough fixes everything. Don't you know I could have you thrown in the jug for that? Trying to make a personal deal with a foreign government?
That wasn't the idea at all.
It just so happens that this is not a cash and carry business, Mr. Leatherby. You're not dealing with the A&P now. These are cannibals, Mr. Leatherby. Head-hunting, bloodthirsty cannibals who are out to eat us up. Would you care for a drink?
Yeah, sure would.
Have a chair.
Thanks.
Miss Cates?
What is it?
Root beer.
No, thanks.
Mr. Petricine is here.
Petey? What about Colonel Lodzinski?
You're right, Colonel. Something has happened. What it is, I haven't been able to find out yet. But he hasn't been in either his office or his home for 3 days now.
There's no talk?
Very definitely no talk.
Well, what about Nadia and the kids?
No sign of anybody. The house is empty. I had a friend of mine look inside.
Well, stay with it, will you?
I intend to, sir.
Tap every contact you've got. If you need any help, call me or Miss Cates, understand?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, hop to it.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Have they picked up another soldier?
No, it's a Russian friend of mine.
Lodzinski. Isn't he the colonel you were dealing with about Johnny?
That's right.
The one who says he knows nothing about it?
Now, that was his job. Those were his orders.
And he's still a friend of yours?
One of the best. In any case, let's get one thing settled anyway. Maybe we're not as emotionally involved as you and Mrs. Leatherby, but otherwise we want your boy back just as much as you do.
Colonel, if I've been at all
But the
hasty...
terms are going to be pretty stiff, Mr. Leatherby.
You've heard something?
What branch of the axle grease business are you in, anyway?
Leatherby Products manufacture valves.
You had much experience in swapping human beings?
No,
How does the idea appeal to you?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, there are a couple of Germans in this sector that the Russians want. They want them so badly, as a matter of fact, that they're willing to trade us Johnny for them. We deliver the Germans, they give us Johnny. How does a deal like that sound to you?
If they're Germans and if they've done something wrong...
Who
well-
said they've done anything wrong?
Well, they must have. Otherwise, why would the Russians want them?
In Toledo, Ohio, that would be a very shrewd observation. Over here, it's half-witted. They could be just as innocent as your son and still be wanted. Supposing, just for the sake of argument, that they were innocent. How would you feel about it then?
I'd still want my son.